ritual of sorts that we do every start of a new session. And Grash, the player who's not here, usually does the recap for us as part of that small ritual. Not usually, but I remember him doing it more than because he uses his narrator voice. But for the other players, is anyone interested in telling us what we did last week?
Well, certainly I can tell you. And for the new player, I'll bring in a bit more of the history as well. So this party was doing quests around a certain human village. Uh, the mayor had sent them to go retrieve his runaway son, who had joined up with some sort of little wow, we don't like the government rebellion. The party did an unfortunate amount of violence retrieving him, brought him back, and when bringing him back, they met a little kobold who also had to meet the mayor. When they dropped off the mayor's son, they had a lot of social awkwardness, and then when the mayor was beating his son for running away, they jumped in, killed the mayor, and it got awkward. So, so then, having to try and convince this kid not to go tell the guards that they killed his dad.
Uh,
So,
Robert, can I
uh,
stop you for a second? I think
yeah,
it's there. We can focus on the kind of like the last quest that you guys did and where you are
okay.
now. And some of the things I think it's funnier if Patrick finds out in character, talking to you and discovering the mad things that you do, like murdering cold blood and stuff like that.
Okay,
That's my job.
so last session, we had led some werewolves and other lycanthropes who were these elven, like spiritual lycanthropes, back to the elven village to take out one of their councilwomen who had hired the party to kill the lycanthropes or otherwise dissuade them from doing stuff. Turns out that they had like 8 councilwomen. This person was acting against the interests. There was a bloodbath, and then the elves of the 4 factions we had encountered got their shit together and asked for our help properly instead of just tossing, scraps our way. And having rewarded us properly for our efforts, we said, okay, well, let's see. The humans are looking for this elf called the White Death, who is apparently this amazing warrior. And then the White Death appeared and, like, yes, they are. What are you going to do? And I said, well, you guys need just more time, right? So we've got a dead elf on the ground in front of us. Let's just dress this one up to look like the White Death, and we'll take it to the humans. And they'll take a while to verify if it is or isn't, and that'll buy you a few days. And we went back to the village with them, and that's where we stopped off because next their plan is to probably go fight the lycanthropes. So at this point, our party goal is just kind of buying the elves some time so they can figure out what they're going to do.
Anyone wants to add anything else to that? I guess no. I guess not. So, you guys receive for that a okay, sorry. I just received a message. Getting back to you. Oh, actually, Zim, do you need
You,
the
you can,
the
no,
backup?
you can do that later.
No, but you need.
If you could restore it to a different character, I just needed to know how much gold he had on him because I accidentally
Oh,
erased that. That was the only thing I needed
ah, so you need your character sheet. I
to
thought.
restore it to a backup, a different character, not this one. That'd be fantastic. I had asked last week.
Yeah.
I don't know what count was. I missed it. We can take care of that later.
Yeah.
Just a minute.
I need to go back into my backup, see if it is there.
Yeah,
But anyways,
yeah.
uh, so because of that recap that we do at the start of every session, you guys have a D10 of inspiration. That's called the DM inspiration. It's kind of like a bardic inspiration, but it's one D10 that the party can use either to add or subtract from a roll. So from a d20 roll. So could be used to lower an enemy's attack or saving throw, as well as buffing up your own. But it's one for the party, so not one for each of you. So you have to use wisely. Anyways, I do believe you are heading towards the village of Gualhan. Back to the village. Better yet, saying, I will help you out changing the maps here because this map, this other map gives us a uh, more in-depth look into the region. You guys were in the middle of the forest here, the Gloompath forest, and now you are heading back to the village of Gualhan. So, will the group, the three of you, join in marching back with the Lion Guard towards the village, since you have given them the 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 war criminals that they were looking for? If that's what you're doing, what do you want to do, if anything, during the way?
I'll probably use the sending spell to let the elves know, hey, uh, body delivered, returning to the town. They're probably going to go after the lycanthropes next. So let's work up a way to satisfy their bloodlust that way.
Okay, sending is a spell that you have to speak out loud. Am I right?
Um, reading it now. Doesn't say anything about having to say it out loud. You just have to cast the wording, and that's magical incantations.
Yeah, but it has verbal component.
Right, but it's not like command where you have to tell. If that's an issue, then I just won't cast it.
No, I'm just asking if you're going to do that.
Or well, if you give me a heads up, I can distract, make sure no one's paying attention to you. That way you get that off.
Mhm. Yeah, and he also just says, "Hey, I got a lizard someplace uncomfortable. I gotta step out for a second."
Okay. That's what I want to know. And the spell, also the same casting of the spell allows the receiver to answer you back, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so
Love it.
that's part of our spell effects and sounds. Yeah, so sometimes it's pretty loud, so I recommend to adjust the Mozilla volume if it's being too loud for you guys. But Wubbles, you receive something back to you. The elf. I don't remember if you do know the name of the guy, but is this to the depressive looking elf, right?
Yeah, the depressed ones tend to be the ones more willing to take action than the ones that are happy.
Okay. So he answers back to you with, uh, would very much like to not have them searching for our warriors. But we will remain hidden for now. I think those are enough words.
Well, you know what? I'm going to do another sending spell then, and I'm going to send back to him saying, it's a large and very dangerous forest, and all they know are large beasts attack them. Just point me to a place with dangerous beasts, and they'll connect the dots.
don't I don't think other beasts would suffice. There's let me think for a second. uh,
Yeah, I think we mentioned this earlier with one of the elves that all they got to do is like take some elven steroids and jam it into some wolves. Good enough.
Steroids.
Yeah, come on, they're elves. Of course they have elven steroids.
Naturally.
yeah, that's something that everyone would have. Okay. Yeah.
Hey, elves are smart.
Why
I'm
do you
sure-
think
I'm
elves
sure
no
they
longer
have
get
it, yeah.
-2 to strength? You know, with the addition change, steroids.
They used to have
That's the explanation.
-2 Constitution, or that's a 4E thing.
I was referring to 3E, but yeah.
Yeah, 3E. I think it's +2 Dex, -2 Con. Hmm. Okay,
Either way,
he says because the answer on the sending has to be immediate. He says the council will discuss tonight, and I'll send it back to you tomorrow.
sounds like a plan.
Yeah.
And hops back to the party holding one very angry looking lizard by the tail, just giving it a glare like, you stay out of there, you little bugger.
Okay. You still have one problem though. You do believe they will try to identify the corpse. Because you're level 7, you would know of the existence of Speak with Dead. Maybe some other divination spells like I don't know at the top of my head, but there could be more than just one way of finding out this information. I don't know the specifics.
It's
but
a
maybe
fairly high level match. So,
locate.
for example, Speak with Dead, you know,
Mhm.
fortunately, this councilwoman still hated the humans. So, she ain't going to tell them shit.
Well,
We
maybe
hope.
maybe she hates you even more after being
Maybe.
responsible for her untimely.
We didn't kill her.
demise. Yeah, but you were responsible. You cannot deny
No,
that.
she asked us to go get them and bring them back. Contract fulfilled. But yeah, we'll just see where it goes.
Okay,
No sense worrying.
improvising.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Like chance.
Okay. You reach the town. During your way, you can see that the old captain, lieutenant, whatever it is that is his actual post in the military of the Lions Guard, he tried to convince you to join their numbers, to help them out in their task. He's not a charismatic captain, but so he wasn't trying to like befriend you and be nice to you. He was trying more to make you, to haunt you with the possibility that if you don't help them out, they will not have enough with all those the deaths that they had while in the forest, that they will not have the man to defend the village, both from beasts and from the resistance fighters. So he tried to do some terror tactics on you, that if you do not help, you would be responsible for their deaths. But it's clearly a desperate tactic that he is applying to you. And that's,
And if we were people, that might work, but we're adventurers.
yeah. Just so you know, he didn't forgot about that. He's still hitting the same key. But you finally reach the village. It's a small, somewhere between a hamlet and a village. There are some, maybe 200, maybe a little bit more inhabitants. If you count not just the area of the village, but also the farms around it, including the mayor, the the late mayor's farmlands. So it's not a big city. It's a more of a small little quaint village, but it's a midway point between some other important cities. Those who have come from the port to the west and want to connect with other cities in the realm, or vice versa. Those who come from the heart of the realm and want to either go to the borders or go to to the bay, they will pass by this small village. So it's not uncommon for you to see wagons and carriages and even adventurers simply riding on horseback by themselves or in small numbers. It seems to you that there is some movement
You know,
at the tavern
I still have
at this day.
clothes that need to be washed that are in the washing machine.
I don't think that's.
Yeah, you can just throw them in there.
I don't think that's
It's a
for us
washing
to
machine.
know, Patrick. Just kidding.
Oh, sorry, I was talking to my kid.
Yeah, I imagine. No problem. It's fine. But yeah, for the rest of the party, as you reach the village, it seems to be just a tiny bit more crowded than usual. Maybe there were some adventurers that got into the city lately. The tavern looks especially alive tonight. So, what do you do once you reach the village?
Tavern.
Perfect.
Puzzles now has to get stabling for his giant lizard mount.
Oh, you're right. Alexander kind of just like looks at the group, is like, "What are we gonna do?"
Well, let's wait to see if we get a nice bounty off that corpse we found.
If we get the bounty.
Yeah. We're adventurers. Everything's a big if.
Yet they want this person. And allegedly, we might have the person. They will not think highly of us. They find out.
What? That the corpse we found wasn't that the corpse we found matched the description, wasn't the person. We didn't claim, oh hey, we slew the White Death. It's like, hey, this creature, this elf was killed by the weird beasties, and it might match the description. Is there a bounty? That's all we claimed. Let's
They're
face
paying
it,
for
they're
the
not
first.
exactly in a
Yeah,
position to be rejecting help.
they're paying for the first sign of it, and if it pans out, and we back our claim, pans out, then they pay more. If not, meh.
Yeah. If not, meh.
Meh.
And Wolzes is going to
Okay.
just rub his temples while he's really just activating his helm of telepathy to talk to the party and say, it says in the telepathic voice, but I haven't picked out a voice changer for it yet, though, it says, our goal is really just to delay their expedition into the forest. It's not like the elves are going to be sitting around with their thumbs up their ass this whole time. They're putting something else together, probably something they don't want to tell us about. And if they sit around with their thumbs up their ass for this whole time, well, whatever happens is kind of on them.
Ample warning. just kind of mumble under my breath.
But you can communicate back with me.
Oh shit, fire.
He's doing like the McGann telepathy from Young Justice.
Or you could simply do the sound of like a communication radio, like, "Hey you, can you hear me?
Morse
Over."
code.
Yeah. Okay, that's you having this
Anyway, I say
conversation
yeah.
around the table in the tavern. Okay.
Yep.
I don't remember if this is the first time that Wubbles is in the local tavern. No, you did came back to the village with the mayor's son, and you spent some time going in and out. I remember that. Yeah. Uh, People are still not used to your lizards. They sometimes get out and about. They start. You can hear people complaining. You even see a moment when the a barmaid is taking a silver plate with that thing on top of it to keep the heat inside. And when she takes out the top, you can see that there is a lizard chewing on a bone because he ate the entire dish that the another patron has ordered. So you can hear the complaints, but unfortunately for the others, the party in personally has had good tidings with the owner. So it doesn't seem like
Unfortunately, Wuzzles will have to pay extra for the damage his lizards does and compensate for the inconvenience. And he's trying to wrangle them, but it's also getting late. And one occasionally like, looks his way and sneaks off. And he says, "I might have to go sleep out with the giant lizard. That one, for some reason, they tend to obey a little better when there's a big one around." And you see, this is why witches tend to live in isolated huts in the middle of the forest. It keeps our curse from bothering anybody.
Lizards from bothering anybody. Got it.
okay, but I want to
Yeah.
know what now, Patrick, you have to correct me on the pronunciation if it is Siran or if it is Kiran. And remember that you are muted. I don't know if you hear us.
Yeah, I got you. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yep, perfect. All right. So I'm gonna go with yeah. I just rolled a virtual dice and it came up out of 155. But I didn't give myself anything else. Let's go with decay sound. Kieran. Big
Kiran.
Kieran.
Okay, that's cool. And what is Kieran doing once he is at the tavern? I bet you probably had a long day of traveling, but you're also a bard, right? So
Yeah, well, you first notice him because he's the only person there who doesn't really seem to be relaxing. He's a man in his mid-30s, kind of sits at his side. He has a half-finished cup of wine beside a folded map. He has warm olive skin, pale gray eyes, black hair with a touch of silver at his temples. His clothes are practical, but unmistakably courtly. He has dark travel leathers, a high collared coat, brass fastenings, and a shortened wine colored sash. Kind of looks ceremonial, but it's battle ready. He has a broken signet which hangs from a chain, his collar. His fingers rest on it when the room gets loud for some reason. But when the party approaches, he looks up, he studies each of you for about a heartbeat too long, and then he stands with measured courtesy and says, Kieran Vale, formerly of the court that no longer exists, in service to a realm that may yet survive. I understand you need someone who can keep order when the room catches fire. He looks towards the exits, then back to the party. I don't promise victory, I promise position, timing, fewer necessary deaths. That's useful to you. I'm ready.
Well, that's quite the introduction. Uh, well, we got. Oh, let's see. Do you have a resume?
I just recited it, sir.
So not one for writing. Okay, that's off. Do you have
Well,
any
if
references?
if you prefer a writing kit, I can loan one. If you prefer ink and ink, got some parchment on.
Well, do you
Did
have
I write good?
references, people that we could check to confirm your story?
Well, if you'd like to hear a little bit more, I can provide some information here.
Well, that's still your word. I mean, I could say, "Oh, yes, I was the emperor of the far off frozen kingdom of Atlantis." But unless I got someone to back up my story, okay, let's see. Oh, do you have demonstrations of your abilities? Do you have like flourishes with the blade or the ability to command swarms of lizards?
My authority is as a tactician. I guess you'll have to see it when we're in the field.
So you want to come with us to tell us what to do?
I'm not really going to tell you what to do. I might provide helpful boosts here and there. I might be rather timely in my observation.
Mm.
Guys,
No, what do you
no
think?
one
What?
questioned the fact that he randomly came up to us and just decided, what?
He probably just cast detect magic, and let's face it, we're a beacon relative to the place.
And does he have said detect magic? Alexander turns to Kieran. Like, you?
He looks over with just a blank, stern look on his face. Straight up poker face.
Yeah, like you're adventuring for a position with an interviewing with a position with an adventuring group, not a C-level suite where it's all about confidence and getting people to believe you know what you can do. So, can you demonstrate any of your abilities?
Oh, I have more tactics. One of my tactics I kind of label as a paladin slingshot. If the enemy's nearby to the paladin, or can be forced close to the paladin's reach, it turns a bard spell into a party damage position play. And we solve a certain problem. Now, say we've got another problem where multiple enemies uh, turns happen at once. Another thing called royal freeze, using hypnotic patterns, movement, break the line of sight. How about another problem we might be able to solve? What if we could create repeated low-cost any enemy behavior disruption? I call it the decree cycle. One
Right.
or two
And what if I
priority
what if I could
enemy.
clap my hands and shit rainbows?
You don't want somebody helpful in your party. That's fine. But
Well, no, we're not
I
saying you're
may
not
be
going to be
worth
helpful. I'm
considering.
just asking for any sort of demonstration of what you can do. So far, you've said basically, I have. Now you've at least established that you have various tactics that you say could be done things. But I mean, let's face it, getting out of bed is a tactic. So I'm just asking for some sort of demonstration of what you can do. because we don't leave our own behind, and we don't want to bring someone in who might be like, oh, a monster faint, and then we got to drag him out.
Well, I mean, I have healing word. I can heal you.
Okay, you bring healing magic. Should have led with that. Look at us. We kind of got a little
Stab
torn up last
Alexander.
time.
Heal them. Hey, Alec.
You in particular.
He kind of just like looks like, oh.
As I draw the dagger from my blade. Poke.
If only what was in my head. Gosh, there are many things that I'm sure all of us can do as a party member here. I assure you, I am one of unique talent. You will want me on your side.
I mean, if you have the balls to join us, I suppose why not?
Oh yeah, well, you humans do kind of wave those around a lot, so may as well see what happens with them.
Who said I was human?
Uh,
Did
furless
that
mammal, close
insinuate
enough.
you had balls or not?
You're a furless mammal. You're all humans.
Oh, no, thank you. Round ears don't play nice. They don't live
I
long
I
either.
mean, we don't guarantee anything that swell. You still would like to join us.
I'm not sure. This guy over here doesn't seem to like me. I'm not sure I can trust him. Hey, sir.
Don't trust. Don't trust any of us. That's a good start.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I wouldn't trust me. Points to the
I
large
would
brimmed
trust me.
hat.
I would trust me.
What?
You have it right. I would trust me too.
You are kind of weird, Alec.
What? What did I do?
Whoa, where do we
Remember
start?
a certain situation with a certain mayor.
I didn't kill. I just wanted
Zed's
to
just
protect
laughing.
the sun.
Two anchors down. It's fun to see you rolled up, Alec.
Yeah, that's paladins.
He was. Oh, none of you guys saw the abuse. Oh my days.
We just have different standards
in
of
the
abuse.
middle of the tavern, then just snaps his fingers and summons the big ass fly. Oh, wait, sorry about that. Someone dismisses it. My bad.
Yeah, that was
Fly
something.
out of
Right in Alex's face.
That was something you could have
Like,
asked first. If the bard can cast can summon a giant fly.
I'm actually gonna cry if the bard can summon a fly. Out of character, I'm gonna cry.
Do we love
I
flies?
can teach that to
Is
you.
that what we need?
No, we do not love flies here. We do not love flies.
Don't get them started.
Right. Flies seem trigger word around here.
Alexander's just glaring daggers.
Why? Zinzla's looking at you with his fingers just together. You miss Buzz. He'll come back. He'll come back. Keep looking at me like that, boy.
Something's going
Alexander
on
Anyway,
there.
quickly shakes his head like, please.
So Kyron, if you're going to be our tactician, I guess we should fill you in on the situation so you can make appropriate tactical recommendations.
Wait, we need to swear him. We need to have him under oath. That he won't do anything.
Are you all under
Bad.
the same mutual oath? What oaths may these
Oh,
be?
you're new. You're new.
We're bound by if one of us goes down, all of us are going down for certain things.
Yeah, and then if he goes down, I'm taking you all with me. kind of like that.
Mhm.
This isn't an all for one.
Mutually
one for
assured
all, but-
damnation.
Okay, we're all mad. That's
Gleefully happy.
gleefully, happily,
Mhm.
happy and mutually assured.
Fireball is on quick dial.
Oh yeah.
Do we have area of effect like on
Absolutely.
each other?
Oh, yeah, you have to aim your fireballs if you don't want to hit
Yeah. Okay, we do. That's
Yeah.
good.
your friends.
We actually have to use tactics.
Yeah.
Fire is on.
I just fireball the whole tavern.
Back tactics.
Unfortunately.
Oh,
There,
Mhm.
there are
I mean,
some.
I'm not that kind of kobold.
Yeah, there are some skills like the.
I am. Wait, what? Should be into that.
You can grab a feat that gives you the careful spell meta magic if you want, but you have to spend something to not kill your friends on the fireball. But if Gracious is the one in the front, he will tell you to cast a fireball either way.
Yeah, he's pretty much a less charismatic Drax.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, why don't we go somewhere with a bit more privacy now that we've had our meals and such, and we'll fill you in on what's going on.
All right. You'll have place.
Yeah, you can rent a room to have some privacy, but as you do that, I don't remember if you guys described yourselves to each other. So, since you're the newcomer, Kieran, besides your character artwork, is there something else striking on your appearance? Do you look like you're carrying a weapon, maybe an instrument? I don't know if you're that kind of a bard, but what is the visual,
Yeah.
the physical appearance that the others see?
I have a rapier and a dagger,
Mm-hmm.
and should have 3 instruments. I should have drum. I should have a viol and a trumpet.
A viol. Okay. So yeah, you're carrying a lot of stuff. Then 3 instruments and 2 weapons.
Hmm.
Nice.
I
Really?
forgot to fill in my spells though.
Oh, okay. You can do that during the game. So really quickly, Alexander, what does Kieran see when he looks at you?
Alexander is a tiefling, as you can see. He is a red tiefling. He doesn't necessarily he doesn't really like wearing all his armor like just on a daily basis. So like if he's not going into battle or adventuring, he doesn't have his like chainmail on. Base just the necessities. He does have his longsword on him, like just at his hilt. Nothing special. He's like as a he the best way I could put it as he kind of looks like a twink.
That's how we call him.
I yes, as I said to he looks like a twink. He
Perfect.
yeah. Yeah, he has white hair. Yeah, maybe like 5'8", 5'9". Yeah. Yeah.
Our paladin twink. Okay. Wubbles. I think you kind of described yourself already, but if you want to give
So
a little bit
Wuffles
more
is
insight.
a small green kobold with enormous emerald eyes and oversized witch's hat perched crooked on his head and a smile that seems immune to circumstances. His silhouette is often obscured beneath the constant tide of tiny green lizard familiars draped over his shoulders, peeking out from his sleeves, clinging to his hat, and scurrying through the folds of his mystical robes. Despite his comical appearance and diminutive stature, being only 2'3" if you count the horns, and 2 foot nothing if you don't. That cheerful attitude, there's a certain darkness to his aura that flickers through when one of the lizards gets mischievous and bites him in a sensitive area, and for a moment, the soul of a wrathful dragon flickers through the cheerfulness.
Excellent. And the mysterious man of few words, Zen, what is your appearance?
Uh, then definitely has a a look of uh, intelligence upon him. It doesn't seem like he's too quick, but you see that you can definitely tell there's a step. Like there's a presence to when he steps. He's wholeheartedly very open about being just blunt forward, always harassing Alexander. By the way, like he knows that's a little bit more than anything else. He's rough, but he has a friendly composure uh, to people when he first meets them. But you notice after he gets his ale, after he gets his beer, he's completely left field, like happy go lucky. He's just like this looks. I'd say the robe is probably more Jedi ish with how it flows back and forth. He has again rapier, silvered rapier along his belt. There's a dagger on his backside uh, that has a expensive sheen to it. His gloves look very adherent to his hands, and a large, I'd say, a gemmed or a ring wrapped around his left hand on where his ring finger should be. He definitely looks like he has a glow upon him when he first surveys the room walking in the tavern. Definitely eyes you when he first walked in, pretty confident that he's sizing you up.
Okay, okie dokie. So it is late in the morning. You guys each can spend one or two gold pieces if you want to just have a good meal and some drinks, or maybe three or four if you want to have a lot of drinks. Plus a big room. They usually have rooms for like adventuring groups with five or six individual beds in the same room. Maybe those I don't know what is the name, but like those beds who have like two one on top of the other, you know?
Yeah, I pay for a separate room, one of the more expensive ones.
Okay, your choice. But if you want, I believe you wanted to a bunk bed. I remember now. I believe you said you wanted to go to a private place to talk with this stranger that wants to be part of something bigger than himself. Do let me know if that's what you're doing or if you want to
Yes,
do
'cause
anything else for the
we're not
night.
gonna discuss our shenanigans in front of the alien.
Yeah, there was a lot of people in that bar, so someone could definitely hear you.
Right.
Okay, so in a secret, more subtle place, what do you do?
All right. So to give you the rundown, the humans and like the Empire, the Lions Guard nonsense, they're kind of dicks and kind of incompetent, but they're trying to hurt the elves in the forest because there's a particular elf they have a grudge against. The grudge is not well founded nor explained, but they're other humans looking to do violence on something not human That's really all the excuse they need. Anyway, so we had some dealings with the elves, and they kind of got their act together and asked us basically to help them out. So the humans are looking for someone called the White Death. We found an elf corpse that quote unquote matched, wink wink, the description of the White Death and turned that over to them. And that has bought the elves a few extra days while they're preparing their defenses and basically to ways to avoid the humans. There's some lycanthropes in the forest, which are elves, but not like the disease type lycanthropes, but still a curse. It's the spiritual lycanthropy, but it's still a curse. I know because I was able to rip the lycanthropy right out of one. That was funny.
Yeah,
Anyway,
that happened.
yeah, he was unbearable, shall we say. Anyway, so we've dropped off the corpse. They're gonna dig into the corpse, so to speak. I don't know what they're planning to do. Is try and see if it's the White Death. If they conclude it's the White Death, it's payday. If not, well, we'll just see what else happens. We're not trying to defeat them. We're just trying to sate their bloodlust in the forest so that they can piss off to other things that they can harass.
Why were we looking? Why were you looking for a reward to find a White Death?
Oh, because they have a big bounty on the White Death. So we found a corpse that we made match the White Death description. So if they conclude that's the White Death, hey, they can stop hunting it. Great. And if they don't, well, I will. Bought us a few days.
Anything to stall, anything to earn a penny. Gold.
Yeah, we're broke as shit.
You all perform-
Say again?
you all have performance abilities. Are we going to busk?
Yeah, problem is that while I am quite the skilled performer, people tend not to tip if they get bit by a lizard. And everyone around me eventually gets bit by a lizard.
So you say you can perform, but lizards. Problematic.
They
Can you
they
get the
bite.
Well, I
lizards
could,
to
could
perform?
well, look, I can
Nibble.
control most of them. Watch, and he makes a grand gesture with his arms, and the lizards go from their random movement to most of them stopping to stare directly at him, like he's commanded them, and they form into a circle that's spinning around. He gestures again, and they start stacking themselves into a little lizard pyramid. The
Kieran
outside edge is
starts
holding up one arm to wave. And see, that's
tapping on the
normally
drum.
impressive. Sorry, say again.
Kieran starts tapping on the hand drum as you're doing that. See if
Right.
we can.
The problem is, and he points, and there's a few lizards in the corner that aren't obeying, and they seem to be sneaking towards the tip of Alexander's tail with hunger and lust in their eyes.
At a show here. Lizard musical act.
Right. Problem is that, and then Alexander's tail tip is chomped.
He just what the fuck and just like swings back to see a fucking lizard biting his tail. Bubbles.
Yeah. You ever do that as a
Right?
kid? Like you find a tiny lizard and you have it bite your earlobe, and you have a lizard
Oh
earring for
yeah.
a while. Yeah, like that, but they're just large enough for it to not be cute.
Get your lizard. Get your goddamn lizard.
A
Hang
finger
on,
guns them.
oh yeah, the lizard like poofs out of existence, but the moment it poofs out of existence, you see a
Another one.
rustle from Wuffle's clothing, and it just reappears in the folds. Like, yeah, if I could just blast them away, I wouldn't be having this problem.
It makes it fun.
Yeah, careful though, you blast too many of them, they start thinking you look tasty. And as he's saying this, the lizard pile, as he's excitedly explaining how his magic works to Zinmei, his concentration is drifted from the lizard pile, and they have quietly gotten down from the pyramid and are trying to sneak away.
Kieran attempts to drum them back into dimension. I'm sure it doesn't work. Tapping on the drums.
No, I've got Got 100 familiars and 1 familiar worth of control over the little buggers. So in combat, I can make them pretty much do what I want, but that still requires combat level focus. And then when I'm relaxed, well, you see it drifts easily. Yeah, it's why I've been alone for a long time because guess what? I can't really get with a lady without my concentration going elsewhere, and then the lizards get jealous.
A bird.
The burden.
Are you cursed? Are you cursed?
Yes, this is a curse. Every witch is cursed. That's where we draw our power from. I was supposed to be a sorcerer. Then, the alma mater goofed up, gave me that 1,000 gold diamond instead of a 10 gold chunk of quartz. I didn't know the difference. I'd never even held quartz before. And apparently, this is what happened. I am the reason there is now the Wuffles policy, where before anyone's allowed to check out reagents, they have to go through a gem identification course.
So what's the difference between a quartz and a diamond?
Uh, 99 lizards.
You don't know, do you? Didn't
Well,
learn your
now I
lesson, huh?
know. But if I'd never held a quartz before and someone hands me a diamond and I'd never held diamond before, how would I know? I'm like, wow, quartz is a lot prettier than people described it. I'm a little dragon. I was handed a shiny. I'm not going to question it.
What's that one's name? What's that one's name? What's that one?
I think they all their names translate to head.
Oh, the bleep again. I feel like I'm watching a TV show.
Yeah. So, like I said, there's a reason most witches live in a hut in the woods so that we can have so that we live at least our curses range away from other people.
And yet you adventure.
Well, yep. I've learned that I'm really good at removing curses.
Which is ironic.
And
So
there
it's
is
not
like if you
just-
want to be a sorcerer, there's books on how to be a sorcerer. You want to be a wizard, there's books on how to be a wizard. There ain't shit about how to be a witch. So I'm having to figure this out as I go.
Someone is not just a skill of pulling lycanthropy out of someone. You are a curse whisperer.
Yeah, curses are kind of my whole thing. Pulls out a candle and says, heck, this is one of my favorite little spells here. I light this candle, point at someone, and every time they attack or cast a spell, it eats them up a bit.
Cool.
Anyway, so we're going to wait around for a few days while they do their investigation on the body. We're not going to be surprised if it turns out not to be the White Witch. If it does turn out to be the White Death, if it does, woohoo, money time, and then they'll probably want to hire us for something else. Otherwise, we're just seeing where it goes at this point. We're not particularly attached to the elves, but they are the first in the region to actually treat us decently. I mean, heck, we've rescued a whole bunch of Lions Guard from the forest from various beasties and injuries and such, and they've just been like, "Oh yeah, that's what you're supposed to do." Yeah, not gonna be doing that anymore. Yeah,
Right,
that's
so
why
we're
most
we're
species
learning
spell
lessons.
human with a Y, because why would you want to deal with them?
Do you breathe fire?
Hmm, I'm not that much of a fan of spicy foods. No, I'm not a dragonborn. I mean, I can eat just about anything. I'm a kobold. Yeah, my people come from the east. We are my tribe are the Carebolds. We basically found safety in a large city by pretending to be dumb and getting rented out as service animals.
Okay.
The blind, the infirm, they've usually got a kobold on a harness, grabbing stuff for them and all that. And it's kind of an open secret. They were smarter than we let on, but they're not going to question it. And at least before that arrangement, we were considered vermin. So killing one of us in the street was the crime of improper vermin corpse disposal and not murder. At least now we're a precious animal if someone kills us. It's why I'm so disappointed in this curse thing because I was supposed to become a sorcerer at the alma mater. It's rare for a kobold to get in and learn magics I can bring back to my people. Obviously, gestures the lizards. This isn't shit I can bring back to my people. How about you? What dragged you out of whatever crib barn human thing you had and brought you out to this territory?
So, I was once a court functionary, not quite a king. I drafted orders, moved supplies, negotiated surrenders, decided which roads stayed open when everyone else wanted a heroic last stand. Some people survived because of me. Some still hate me for the same reason. Um, I don't know, I just used to be part of the court,
What
be part of
nation do
a
you hail from?
what nation? Well, part of an order.
From
I was
where, might
So
I
so
I
you're
ask?
was
so you're so you're not human, you're a fae.
I am Fey touched. I was once in the court of the Hollow Seal.
Now is that seal like, a stamp of approval or seal like, Sea Dog?
Like a stamp of approval.
Uh,
Uh, yeah, and, there was a lawful. It was once a lawful administrative. It was attached, well, to a now broken throne. It handled treaties, evacuation charters, border courts, prisoner exchanges, succession records, emergency war powers. Uh, I wasn't its ruler. I was one of the people trusted to keep the realm. I'm part of this organization called the Chancellor's Ledger. It's a loose network of scribes, heralds, quartermasters, messengers, oath witnesses who still recognize pieces of the old seal.
And that's a surprise even to the GM, by the way.
I just built this character today, so
Yeah.
the GM didn't have a chance to read it. Yeah, I was well trained to serve beside power without mistaking myself for power. In the old court, I drafted, all those orders. But when the realm broke, uh, I argued against the glorious final defense. Instead, issued emergency orders to move civilians, supplies, and loyal soldiers out before the capital became a grave. People lived, yet the court still fell. Loyalists called me a coward. Victors called me a loose end. And survivors called me, well, they call me when they need someone who can make chaos. Anyways, I carry this old broken signet that no longer commands a kingdom. But it still means something to those who remember the oaths behind it.
well, that sounds properly adventurer level traumatic.
Oh, we all have our trauma,
Yeah.
don't we? Carry it on our
Oh
shoulders.
yeah. Like how Zinmei used to be the head consort of the king's harem, and then there was the incident with the barley jug.
That sounds like a story.
We don't talk about barley jugs.
We don't. Okay. We'll have to get a few drinks
Yeah,
in
I'm
you.
I'm in a
Figure out what
game where the
happened
phrase
there.
prison wallet has been forbidden.
Oh,
Oh, prison.
Yeah, and let's see, the orc, and Bubbles climbs up onto a chair so he can be at least eye level, even when others are sitting down, and tries to hulk his shoulders up a bit and fluffs up his robes and says, "Ugh, me grash, me hit first, think maybe eventually. Uh, Broke out of prison. Not sure if they're still looking for me. Not gonna ask. Rar, be Grash. And then takes
Grash,
a bow.
this entire time you have been in the village, Grash has been quiet, keeping to his own. And the moment back when you've still getting used to your name, back when Kieran sat on the table and just started talking to you guys, Grash has looked at his face, stood up, and left. So you don't know where he went to sleep. Probably he's still around, but mystery. Who knows if it is because the player couldn't make it today?
I wonder.
I wonder. Well, tell me when you're ready to do a long rest and see what happens tomorrow in game.
Ready?
Yay, long rest. New spells.
Yay. Okay. As the I don't know who the first of you will be to wake up. Oh, by the way, Zim is in a different room, but are the other three together, or do you each want to go to
Are we
different
snuggling,
rooms?
guys? Are we snuggling,
Um,
boys?
You don't get to snuggle Wubbles because then you don't get a good night's sleep. Wubbles, when he goes to sleep, he basically takes his robes and a bunch of leather belts and straps them all down really tightly around him to where he looks pretty much like someone trying to make a cheap mummy costume. Just because when he's
3 seconds.
sleeping, some of the lizards think his eyelids look delicious. So he is all strapped down nice and tight, and he is sleeping out in the stables next to his giant lizard, so the giant lizard can at least watch over him and use his giant tongue to just flick away any of the little bastards that get too close.
Okay.
Is there
Support
enough
that choice.
beds for us in the other room?
So yeah, there is. So I will just go here and choose someone at random. Really
It's usually Alec.
quickly. Yeah,
Almost always.
it's not going to be Wobbles because Wobbles is in uh not in a room.
Oh, what?
Nice, it's cute.
There you go.
Okay. Either if independently if you are in the same room or not, Kieran, you wake up in your room and there is a note that has been slipped under the door. As you grab it, it's an ordinary piece of paper or parchment, but someone did use a stamp with the seal of the Lion's Guard. Now, for just a bit more of context, Lion Guard is how the an imperial force here in the city is known, but they are not the king's army. They are not like the realm's main military. They are actually the military arm of the imperial cult, which is, in other words, they are the crusaders. They are the soldiers of the church, not and who happens to be to work alongside the crown in almost all occasions, but technically their loyalty is to the faith, to the clerical orders, and secondly to the king. So that's some context right there. But the note with their seal is saying to you. By the way, Kieran, you do think that was given to you in particular by mistake, because it is asking to gather your your companions and meet me in the local chapel. And then the stamp of the Lion Guard.
Why do I think was mistakenly given to me?
Well, because you have just met these people. Who knows if they are already your companions, as the note is asking for. So it's probably meant to the rest of them. It's up to you if you want to have something with the Lions Guard. They are the strongest in this realm, in this kingdom. They might have some part of the order in other lands, but not as strong. So it's up to you if you want to have any connections with them in your backstory.
You know, the kingdom that my character's order was a part of. Well, we could have this Lion Order be part of that backstory.
Mhm. Okay, it really is up to the player, but you would definitely have heard of them either way.
All right.
So you have the
So
notes,
I
but you decide what to
yeah,
do
I
with
have
it.
the note. I informed the party of the note, and I don't know, to Kieran, this seems strange. And I recognize these folks, but they shouldn't know. Like, they shouldn't know that I'm here and that I'm associated. You guys want to read this? I'll just
Party.
read it out loud to the party. I read it out loud.
Yep.
To the party. Y'all know these people?
The Lion Guards, like personally?
Yeah, the Lion Guards. Who are these folks? What's going on? Have we encountered them as a party before? I'm asking out of character.
They're a
Like,
bunch
Yeah,
of
basically,
A lot.
whenever we
Yeah.
talk, whenever was
Over-
talked about the humans, that's who he was talking about.
Oh, okay, got it.
Yeah, they're
All
basically
right,
the
guys.
Imperium of man, but even less competent.
Okay, so they've got power. They've got power in numbers, I assume.
Power numbers and big guns at their back. So we don't want to fight them because even if we kill the like we're at the point. I think the best way to put it is that if we fought the guys who are here, we would beat them easily. And if we fought the guys that were sent after them, it'd be a tough fight, but we beat them easily. And the guys after them would body us.
All right. I guess we better go talk to these folks. They're summoning us. What say you all? DM, do we know where this place is?
Yeah,
Okay.
so it's a very
Well,
easy place to find.
yeah. We're gonna be strong armed if we don't go, so might as well.
Okay. There's not anything else you want to do before that.
I think we should have a drink before we go. Honestly,
yeah, but-
you had a drink yet?
You can have breakfast.
Lots of them. I'm doing great. It's
That's
only
hilarious.
6 a.m.
Thoughts for everybody.
God.
6
Well,
a.m.
well,
It's beer 30 somewhere. All right. Y'all ready to go?
yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Good.
Okay. The village is a small place. There is just a few taverns, not so many stores. There are actually the center of the city around the well is where sometimes merchants from faraway lands come with their merchandise, their wagons. Sometimes they put up tents and they sell their goods. But there is one thing that no village in this kingdom can live without: a chapel. Even if most of the buildings here are made of wood, simple materials, simple architecture, you see a very uh, poignant and very interesting large building made of stone with some uh, incredible, not incredible, but some decent craftsmanship that seems like it took years and a lot of workers and a lot of resources to be built. This is a chapel dedicated to the imperial cult, or if you prefer, the Octavarian, the faith in the eight saints. That it's the one of the building stepping stones of the entire culture of the kingdom and of most of the continent. So yes, just a little bit of some tidbits of lore. The humans, quote unquote, as Wevels likes to refer to them, the Nalarians, they don't have a faith in a pantheon of gods, but instead in a group of saints. Some other cultures, even humans from other lands and some in other species, may have varying uh, pantheons or faiths. So this is a very, it's not like Forgotten Realms that there is a all the gods are real and everything. They all know each other's gods. So it's a little bit different in that regard. As you get into, as you see that place from afar, uh, again, it's a very interesting place. The biggest building in the village, you would say. Large set of pillars, almost like small towers on the front, and a set of double doors looking right ahead of you. You have seen it from afar. There is a graveyard in the back of the chapel, and there is another smaller-ish house, probably where the priest or priestess lives to tend to the chapel. You have seen some Lions Guard in your way there, but they haven't addressed you as you were walking. Still early in the morning, so either besides the seal, there isn't much to expect from this. So, what do you do?
What do we see?
Well, assuming that you got Wubbles from the stables, Wubbles looks around and says, "Well, this is certainly quite the fancy building. I can only imagine what the village living conditions would be if they put that same effort into, the farms and their defense and relations with the forest. But, no, I'm not a tactician. What do you think, Kyan?"
I'm pretty new to this land. I'm still getting the lay of things here. Let's look around. Interesting place. Shall we, what purpose would we have to go in here?
We were asked to go in. It's open to the public. We are the public. Let's go in.
You can figure something out on the fly.
This doesn't seem
Yep.
dangerous.
Yeah.
No,
And Wubbles
not at all.
Bubbles brings his hands together and he's focusing as all the lizards line up in an orderly line behind him, and they are just walking like a chain of ducks behind him.
Oh, that's cute.
Unfortunately, the very first one in the line keeps taking nips at his tail.
That oh, that isn't cute.
Every time you
Yeah.
go closer and away from Alexander, his aura is turning on and off.
Guys, my aura, my aura.
Yeah, your aura is too much for us to deal
Yeah, get back, come back to Alpha Alexander,
with.
my wonderful aura.
I mean, let's face it, Alexander does like to aura farm.
Yeah, that's something happens quite often.
Just
Okay,
So
flexing in the
we've
corner.
so
there.
so we, a bunch of weirdos, have walked into building.
Yeah, there is. This looks like the place of worship. It's very well kept, but it's almost empty. You would expect to see the faithful attending the chapel, but you only see some Lions Guard, and they do not look like they are here to pray. Not to mention someone that looks like the only person who visits this place on a regular basis. There is a priestess. She is making sure all the candles are lit, and you can see that she is doing a preparation uh, on the wood and everything else to set that brazier on fire, that in the center of the altar. You see some papers here and there, some looks like scrolls from afar. They do not look magical. You do believe that's either uh, some uh, some notes of what the chapel needs, or maybe some prayers, some wishes that the faithful have left there for the priestess. But as soon as you enter, you saw all of that in a matter of a few seconds before Captain Ulrich from the Lions Guard looks at you and says, "Thanks for coming." And he looks at Kieran. "You people keep finding new mid shields for your endeavors, do you not?"
Guess you could say so.
Or you can. Okay.
I don't actually know
I
what
mean,
he
I'm
said.
more of a meat shield, but
He's not that
This is
lanky.
this is the guy.
Yeah, he looks ready to strike.
No, yeah, he's not with the axe in hand, but he is still with his same heavy armor. You haven't seen this man taking a day off this entire time, but he continues. The body.
Why did you summon us here? What we can we do to help you?
First of all, we had some trouble with the body you recovered. I did pay you in less than what the wanted posts so were were offering, but in the just because of the uncertainty of the legitimacy of our target. So I know it's not technically you haven't committed any fraud, but I would like to inquire a bit further, if you won't mind. Or
Uh,
is
what-
there, or
I'd like to know.
I wanted to know if there is something you still haven't told me. Because
what?
I mean, we're
I-
adventurers. We make a living off what we're not telling the authorities. Come on.
well, but
Kieran looks over there and like raises his finger to his like lips and says, "Shh."
If you have
Okay.
questions, ask them before.
Half the lizards mimic Hiron's gesture towards Wovels.
There. Kieran cracks up. You think that's hilarious. Turns back around and looks at the captain.
Yeah, the lizards are not on my side.
What would we possibly have to hide from you? Are you concerned about the body? Something odd? The body?
the body is not what we expected. We expected a mythical warrior. A warrior that have lived for centuries, for generations
mythical-
of our
Mythical like Alexander over here? He points over to Alexander. You're mythical, aren't you?
There's a lot of them.
I will get to the Tifley in a minute. The body you recovered doesn't look like a legendary warrior. But not only that, and he says that as he is walking to one side and to the other while having both his hands to his back, you know.
Can I insight that pace? If it's going to get aggressive or if he's frustrated or just kind of what direction he's kind of going in.
You can tell that he is preparing the terrain to something. You can roll if you want to see if it's an aggression or if it's
That's
some order, something of the sorts.
Oi.
Oh, guys,
Nice.
I think he.
Yeah. Zen, you do not think he is about to attack you. That is very unlikely.
Yeah.
Not only because of his
I'll
body
work on that.
language, but also because it's a sacred ground. If they wanted to arrest you or attack you, it would be out in the middle of the village. Also, there would be more witnesses. So they continue. We have been spending days and nights in that terrible place. Dark and damp woods that hide beasts and demons from our sight. We haven't found nothing. But you have found somewhat of a commoner. Uh, in the shape of an elf. Not a warrior. Definitely someone with no particular accomplishments. But that's not all. That's not all. Let me finish. A lot of strange things happen at the same time. I even asked the locals how commonly these things happen. Like a group of resistance fighters apparently murdered the mayor in his own house. Did you know of that?
yes.
And have you alerted anyone? Or did
Yes.
you? Interesting. And not only that, but there was a fire in in Gloombath Forest. We found the ashes. And I remember to have ordered my men to be cautious with fire. We didn't want that to happen. And the only other group that we know that have walked into the woods was you.
Well, here's the thing. You know we walked into the woods, but you've talked to your men, right? Haven't you talked to the ones that we saved? Pro bono, I might add.
There you go.
Yeah. Yeah, no offense, but when we've encountered your people battered and bruised and even dead, we helped bring them back. Even when the
That is
strange
true.
beasts attacked them. Yeah.
We have done so
Yeah.
much for you. Yet here you are,
Just
questioning us.
insinuating. And no offense, again, adventuring party, collateral damage as well. Let's just say that in Draconic, the words for collateral damage and adventuring party rhyme very strongly.
Well, a decent deceiver would have prepared, would have arguments at the ready in case they would be cornered. But there are something else alongside the giant flies that seem to be under your command or spell. I am old, you know. I remember things from the past. That's why your orc friend was so familiar to me. But the giveaway, the last straw happened late at night yesterday. Now, I don't know if you want me to talk about this to your friends, Alexander. But I received the information that there were outsiders searching for a tiefling that matched your description.
There's
Chiefly that matched their
hundreds.
description. That's
So you draw the conclusion that it's me. There are others out there. You got the wrong man.
Yeah. Yeah. And besides, I get it. I really do. You see those with horns and tails, and clearly we must be up to no good. So look, we got a human, and gestures emphatically to Chiron. Okay, so now we're just the monsters under the direction of a human. He's the tactician. So, are we good now?
Kieran thinks to himself, who said it was
I'm in the same.
okay.
Yeah, but Chiron can probably convince people that he's human.
Guys, I can
Or more
convince
than
people
one
I'm
of-
human too. Trust.
So,
No one believes
So-
you, Alec.
so Kieran's thinking, he's thinking to himself, he's thinking, is there some other task we can do to appease this person? Or do we need to
So what's the point of bringing us here? What's the point? Do you want to get some point across? Do you want us to stop doing something? Do you want us to leave? What's your ask here?
Yeah, because adventurers and subtlety don't rhyme.
That's true.
Exactly.
Okay, I
What do
like
you
that.
want?
I am trying to see what you are all about. Maybe a confession would appease
confession.
me.
I confess I like money.
Gold sounds
I
very
like money
nice.
too.
Mhm. We like gold.
Confession for what?
Do my best not to look as he looks up at the altar. Untruth. Any
And
questions
check
that you're asking?
and check this out. Wuzzles reaches into his pocket and pulls out a single platinum coin very delicately, and he holds it towards one of the lizards, and the lizard backs away from it, and he says, "I just need to gather enough of these to make a bed like a dragon, and then maybe I can get a good night's sleep."
Well,
I like that.
It makes you wonder if there's really aggressive fleas that target dragons, but they're allergic to gold, and so that's why dragons sleep on piles of gold.
maybe that was
Good
what
theory.
it
It's just
was
a
all
health
about.
thing. Yeah.
But the lion guard says, "You, I see you have no reason to confess, and I have no arguments to order my man
Well,
to."
I do have a question for you though. You said that the body was not the White Death because it wasn't a warrior, but maybe you could tell us what kind of warrior the White Death is? I mean, look at Zinmei over there, okay? They're a mighty warrior, but they barely got enough strength to buckle their pants after a feast.
Flex.
I didn't say
Like
it was not the White Death. I said I had my questions about it.
that's why we brought it to you. It's a dead elf with white hair that well, that's close enough for the description you gave.
Well, so this is
What
a
would you
warning.
like to know?
This is a warning, ultimately.
Got it.
I don't have something concrete to order your arrest. Neither, much less your elimination.
Hmm.
But
You know, when you say things like that, it makes us the next time we encounter one of your people in the forest, makes us be like, oh well, your people can do what they will.
It's-
well,
Yeah,
It-
we've literally saved the lives of many Lions Guard. We've taken no action against you, and what the
he
fuck?
holds
Now you're like,
he holds
and this
no
is why we don't
value.
want to work for you.
He holds no value in the niceties. Therefore, and Zen just has like this look. Just therefore, when we encounter your guards, we will not look the other direction. We will keep moving on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll leave him alone. And you know what? Um, why don't we do something else for you? I mean, you paid us. We did something for you. You can pay us again. We'll do something
Yeah.
else.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
mean, let's face it. We brought that back that injured soldier who got hit by the lycanthropes. If he's got a bit of the what lingering on him, I was gonna say, hey, let me preemptively help him, but now it's now it's not on the house anymore. Come on, man. I thought we had a good relationship, and you tried to take advantage of it.
you see, my companions are very very passionate about what they
Aggressive.
do. They're passionate about what they do, and they care about other people. We brought your soldier back.
Lots of what was it like 5 soldiers total?
5 soldiers. I'm new to the party,
So,
sir, but that's
uh,
that's quite some
well, four
valuable
and a
human
corpse.
life. Wow. You win
Yeah, I
some,
think
you
the other one
lose
got chewed
some,
up.
right?
Yeah, but we at least brought the
Little
body
nibble
back,
here,
so it wasn't just rotting in a
Yeah,
forest.
yeah.
yeah,
Little
yeah.
nibble there.
Yeah. Yeah, we delivered healing magics, we helped get them back to civilization. And let's face it, we're adventurers. Our living kind of exists on the border of civilization because we're not really fully welcome back in civilization.
Upstanding
Adventurers.
adventurers, I might say.
Oh, heck, the
Upstanding.
city where my people are, there's no taverns inside the city walls.
Oh,
Officially.
Hey,
Officially. There's no taverns. Well, because they came to the conclusion that taverns attract adventurers and 99.87% of all explosions occur within 100 feet of an adventurer.
What would you like? What's the next step other than us stepping past your Lion's Guard if they're injured and we encounter them?
This is a warning. I'm keeping my eyes on you. If there are more suspicion from resistance movements or the locals say about moon worshippers hiding in the forest, if you don't want trouble, I recommend staying out of trouble.
They're
Okay,
usually the
apparently
one
the
putting
village's
the
name
end to
is
the trouble.
Yeah, I guess the village's name is Trouble. I guess we should probably make our way out then. Apparently, they don't want us, and our restorative and curative and divination abilities and our
And then they're
vast knowledge and
racist,
tactics. Yeah.
lumping
Yeah,
all
yeah.
us tieflings together.
All
Well, at
right.
least here they
So what's
call you tieflings. Where I'm from, they call you thieflings. It's not kind.
that? Let's go talk to this lady over here. Good talk to
Well, but what was
her.
like to approach the old guard and say, but one thing, okay, I'll give you one last one on the house, all right? Your guard who got bit by the freaky beast. Do you want the curse the a potential curse removed or not?
Uh, he will ultimately look at you, Wubbles, and say, "I gave you my warning. I'm done talking to you." And he
I guess
ordered
that's a not.
his man. Yeah, that's a nut. He ordered
Gee,
his men out, and they leave.
I'm kind of saddened by that outcome. I mean, I live with a curse. I It's my privilege to be able to pull curses off of other people.
It's okay. We'll
That
still
he
deal with it in his own way. When he gets
I
bit
know.
in the face by his
Mm,
own man, it's just a matter of time.
Well, but that's karma if it happens.
yeah. That reeked of he's here. There's no corruption to be found, so he has to squint until he sees some. That's how humans are. They don't have a problem. They'll squint until they see one.
uh, the priestess, she looks very young to be a cleric, and maybe there's someone more experienced that also takes care of the chapel. She's like learning, but so far you only saw her doing the chores of the chapel. When she sees you approaching, Kieran, the old captain was still there, so she sort of gestured to you to don't talk to her at that moment.
Okay.
If you
Don't be
respect,
afraid of the ones that you can't control. It's fine.
if you respect, once the captain leaves, she says to you, "I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I just he's the authority here. I can't." And he told me not to speak.
That's fine. Why am I talking to that person?
Can I help you?
Just light a candle, the flick of the wrist. Just paying the respects. Anything needed from us?
What can you tell us about what you're doing here? Oh, I'm trying to talk to her. I want to know about
Well, Nothing too important right now. Just making sure all everything is lit, and I'm taking these prayers that the locals have left here. It's the usual. They're asking for better harvests this year, and for health, uh, for their wounds to heal faster, and I have to take these with me. Well, I really don't know if I should be talking to you. I know you're not criminals. You're still not, but I think you are personas non grata right now. I don't want
I
to get
get
in
it. They're
trouble
threatening.
with the Lion Guard.
I see. Okay. Is there anything we can do to help you?
Uh,
We do have an eclectic selection of magics at our disposal, and it's probably going to be another day or two before they finish up the conclusions on if they owe us more money or they cut it off.
between you and me, there is another lieutenant here in the village. She is much, I shouldn't say that, but she's wiser than Captain Nurik. She knows how to deal with people, and even if they lie to her, she can tell. And when she says that, then you remember that Captain Ulrich almost executed the girl at that time but the girl was more or less saved by another Lions Guard that casted the zone of truth and gave the girl more chance to defend herself instead of the fake trial that Captain Ulrich was setting up because he was interrogating her, questioning her, but he already knew she wanted to execute her
You already set the punishment. The
before the trial. Yeah,
that's yeah.
the priestess
Was
says, but Lady Lieutenant Editran, she went on a search. She did not join the rest of the Lions Guard to find the White Death. She went on a search of her own. She there's an old chapel that was abandoned some 100 years ago. It was closer to a ruined village, closer to the mountains. She had reasons to believe that there were some relics buried in that old chapel, and she went after it. Still haven't returned. I hope she had returned by now, but I'm starting to worry about her well being.
so you're worried about the lieutenant that's anti whatever he was, whatever he is.
She has no authority over him, but she is the voice of reason between the two. And although he has his ways, he respects her. If if she comes back, not just your group, but everyone would have an easier time. Maybe she could convince him to not take another band of soldiers again into the woods. I know they want revenge on the beasts that attacked them, but
Its forest is full of beasts.
They
And
do.
let's face it, if you get rid of the beasts in the forest, you get something even worse than beasts. Druids.
I have heard
Like
my
the forest will have a wolf, and if you get near the wolf, it'll bite you. But if you get a druid, it'll wild shape into a toothpick fish, and then wait till you go to the outhouse. Ooh,
I'm also afraid of the druids. When I was little, I heard stories of the cult of Luna, a circle of druids that worship the moon. Well, there are some weird stories, but basically they didn't like intruders in their sacred forest.
well, if you could just give us directions to this chapel, everyone, as that sounds like a good place to go. We've got nothing else on the agenda. We've got a tactician to break in. We've got some ruins to explore slash loot.
Could get you out of the city for a while, so that Captain Urix stops keeping his ire towards you. Who knows what he is able to do?
Yeah, well, how do the humans say it? Him.
This is so good.
What's everyone else feel about going to some old ruins?
Runes have magic.
Mhm.
Yay.
Well, let me put it this way: the forest has ticks, and the city has politics, but the ruins loot.
Yeah.
The loot is good. Let's get
Loot.
loot.
Yeah.
We do need
Sure.
need to get you
Curse the
looted.
Chiron. Do you have loot?
Oh yeah, I have to give you some loot, Kyron.
I do have loot. I'll strum a few chords.
There it is.
All right.
It's a loot.
We'll use the loot to get the loot. I think
Yeah.
that's called business.
Okay.
music.
Question: is there anything else you want to do in the village, or do you want to go immediately?
Go immediately.
Let's
Perfect.
get out of here.
So I want
Yeah.
the four of you to roll 1d6. And before I tell you the result of the d6, we're gonna take a quick 5 to 10 minutes break.
Sounds good.
I'll be right back, guys. forgot to unmute on OBS. Okay.
Oh no,
Yeah.
not that again.
Almost. It didn't happen. Okay, so we're back in the big map. Here where Alexander is, to the left of him, we have the village of Gualhan, where you have just left. The priestess, by the way, her name is Ria, if you're wondering. No one asked, so I didn't say it, but yeah, that's her name. She
And is her situation dire?
no. Why? Why? Anyways, the temple she showed you, she marked on your map, it's around this area here, on these mountains in here. So, what happens during your travels? Okay. Uh, what happens in your first in the first day? Oh, and by the way, you you didn't do anything to call the attention to you as you were leaving the village, right? You just left, no ceremony.
We used
Well,
to
in keeping with
disengage.
Alexander's twink status, we used the back door.
Disengage backdoor.
Someone get
other.
us all
Where's
in a
this?
room and cast fireball.
We're just trying not to draw an opportunity attack. Okay, that's well,
Yeah, Wuffles went and got his giant lizard from the
Table.
stable, obviously.
my cat is going nuts.
Cats, right? Okay. So uh you did camp out for the night, I suppose. Is there something you want to do? Something you want to say before? Oh, and by the way,
Standard watch.
it's a 2 days journey. Okay. As you're
Lakayan, do you have any camping magic?
Camping magic. I'm like a logistics support person.
Yeah,
I hope
camping is part of logistics.
Or
If you
logistics
need
scene.
if you need ink and pen, perhaps I've
Support
got
us.
fairy fire.
I mean, that
Yeah.
helps with my
Well,
blade out, but what about overnight?
look, you've got ink and pen, but I've got, and he holds out a mug and a bowl. And as he casts some cantrips, they fill with booze and candy. I've got these. And he passes around the candy jug or candy bowl. Yeah, he has a cantrip that blasts candy and a cantrip that blasts booze.
Can I have another booze lizard, please?
Oh, right on. Was just grabs one of his lizards, puts his hands over his mouth, and it starts inflating until it is just a balloon of alcohol. He then pinches the mouth shut and tosses it to you.
There you go.
Yeah, they're fun. You get them in the mouth and you chomp and they vanish, and it's just suddenly booze in your mouth with a nice meaty aftertaste.
Meat booze.
Meat booze. And I also do peppermint schnapps, and he starts mixing up some booze with some candy.
Meat booze.
Do
To,
some.
to be fair, there is no better way to describe the flavor of bubbles than booze with candy.
Candy
Wobbles
lizard.
is the booze.
Is that a good mixture?
Candy drunken lizards.
Well, let me do the usual then. So before we go for the camp, once we find our campsite, Bubbles is going to cast augury and ask and state the action. We camp here for the night. That sound effect is way too long for simple spells.
Hmm.
It's
Yeah, it's good omens.
All right, we're camping here, and Bubbles starts drinking and eating candy.
Perfect. On
Now,
this,
while we've got some time and spell slots, anyone got a dead relative they want to talk to? Trying to practice my seances.
I think we burned. I thought we burned down the mayor,
Yeah.
the ashes. Yeah.
Well, it doesn't
No
have to be
use
someone
trying
we've met
that.
together. Could be, could be, talk to your own mother or that creepy uncle you have questionable memories about.
No, far away. Uh, World don't want to relive.
Mm.
In a word.
How about you, Kyron? You got any fallen comrades you'd like to check in with?
There was a king once. Served, don't recall his name. Ages.
Could have been an important king if you don't remember his name.
Right? No, I've got an enemy. Got an enemy. You were dead. I want to know his secrets, but he's not yet. So that shall.
Yeah, that's the trick of a séance. At least one person participating has to have some sort of connection to the person you're trying to reach out to. Because it's not like Speak with Dead, which is like pulling information from the corpse. This is actually reaching out to the spirit.
I see. Guess we'll have to bring his soul to the spirit realm.
Well, they don't have to answer you either.
I could just ask him while he's alive.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, like if we contacted the mayor, every single response to our questions is you.
it would.
Well, how about this? Hey, Kyron, how fast can you move?
I wish I could move faster, my friend. Wish I could. I move
Well,
at a speed of 30 feet.
how about you do a little scouting before we bed down? And he reaches out and um he holds up a lizard in his hand, and the lizard begins to levitate, and then he flicks the lizard towards you, and this lizard impacts you. It poofs away, and you also begin to rise as he casts fly upon you.
Are we doing PvP?
What?
Wait,
No,
Are we doing
no. This is not levitate. You control where you move. You've just gained a fly speed
Oh,
for an
well,
hour.
I was getting ready to cast Dispel Magic. I was like, what the hell just happened?
Counterspell.
Yes. Why am I flying? Oh, for watch. Hey, I didn't
Yeah, or just
volunteer for watch. Why am I flying?
you're the new guy.
because it's fun. My
Okay,
gosh,
fine.
I thought, hey, if you haven't flown before, like seriously, try it. Like seriously, turn upside down. It's fun. Also tells you. It also makes you learn real quick what parts of your equipment you need to secure a little better.
Well, in an attempt to test how secure my equipment is, I do flip upside
Do a
down.
barrel roll.
Okay.
Do a barrel roll.
How
Love it.
how far from the
Yes.
ground as you go?
I don't know how far from the ground is Star Fox when he's flying through that archway.
I think in the
I mean,
in the
we're
outer
so Kyron
space.
again.
Just be like Kyron's not wearing a
And-
kilt.
I think I'm wearing trousers,
Of that.
actually. Trousers. Yeah. Nevertheless, it does appear all of my equipment is fine.
Okay.
All right.
Go
You
ahead
want
and
to
roll
play around
your,
with that a bit? I'll keep it up.
Go ahead and roll your perception check.
Okay. Perception. My button. I've got to get back. We're not on D&D Beyond. How do I roll perception from this platform?
Do you see where your character sheet is? In actors, party, Kieran?
If you double click on your token,
Oh, yeah,
Okay,
you
too.
can also double click on your token.
Got it. Okay,
And then the
perfect.
first page has all your skills. You just click on perception.
Oh, I see.
Nice.
Okay. Okay, question. How far would you go until you see something or when you decide that if you haven't seen anything, when will you decide that it's enough and you would come back? Like for how many minutes will you scout?
Can we roll for it?
Yeah,
Like,
we can.
okay.
Up to you.
How about a D10? D12. Go with it. This is in terms of minutes.
Mm-hmm.
12 is like 60 minutes. Let's just do
Multiplication
12
to
is 2
5.
hours. Yeah, let's just do
Ooh.
12 is 2 hours.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm on watch. I can be on watch for 2 hours.
Okay.
Here we go. I'm rolling. I got a 6. So
1 hour?
yep, 1 hour.
Okay. You do see that there is something moving in the woods after about 20 minutes. You are camping next to a river. That was the safest place. But you do believe there could be something living nearby, near the mountains. There are plenty of trees to hide behind of. Now the question is, if it is your presence there flying around, although you are scouting for your group, is it your presence there flying that might be what caught the attention of danger? So, because there is, seems like there's something big moving around.
So does it notice me because I'm flying, or is it because I'm flying? I'm able to see it?
So far, you you don't think it noticed you yet, but depending
Okay.
on what you are going to do next, I'll have you roll stealth.
Okay. Well, if I see something, my character is pretty much on edge, oftentimes. So if I see something, I'm probably going to stop, especially if it's suspicious. So character is probably going to investigate very carefully once he notices whatever this thing
Okay. Oh yeah, if you want to not be perceived, roll stealth, please.
I just clicked my D&D Beyond sheet. So, no, I've most recently I was on roll 20.
Mm-hmm.
Do you not use Beyond 20? The Beyond 20, the interface? It'll roll on the Forge if you select it.
Oh no, I didn't know that.
Okay. You do believe that the thing noticed you. Now it's really hard for you to tell what it is because it almost looks like the trees are moving somehow.
All right. My perception is decent. Can I investigate? See if there's anything else.
Mhm. If you roll above, let's see what my. You have to roll above a 16 on a perception. I can tell you what it is.
Where does it show the
Ooh,
results?
yeah,
Roll?
Oh,
on
there you go.
on the chat.
Good job.
Yeah,
In the very top chat messages, very top right.
Got it.
Kieran, it seems to you that there is a giant creature that it's made out and it camouflages itself in the forest, almost as if it's made of wood. But it's not a treant. It looks like more like some sort of, well, you could say it looks like a treant. This is the thing. And you can tell it behaves more like a living, like a something from the animal kingdom than something from the plant kingdom. It is stretching its head upwards, almost as if it is looking for you or something above it. Or maybe it's trying to catch a trace of smell, something that it's trying to perceive, and then it suddenly, Kieran, starts running and dashing through the woods, dashing through trees, and it's heading towards where the group is camping. What do you do?
How far away is it from the camp versus me?
I will set you at 30 feet up in the air. You are 50, maybe a little less feet, 50 feet away, and the creature is 70 feet away.
Okay. Then I am going to use. Give me a second. I need to stop. I'm going to close my roll 20 window really quick so I stop looking over at roll 20.
Yeah, you try using Foundry. It might be a little difficult at the start, but you get used to it.
Oh, I'm in Foundry.
Yeah.
I'm double clicking my character. I guess I'm just on the wrong layer. I'm sorry, guys. I've never used Foundry before.
No problem.
Yeah. Best way to put the description is that like, um, Owlbear Rodeo is like the steering wheel on a modern Model T. It doesn't do much, but you turn, it turns. Roll 20 is like your modern sedan. It does have like maybe a dozen buttons, maybe only six if you got the poor person model, but it has a whole bunch of things that you can push while driving. Uh, Foundry's kind of like the steering wheel on an F1 car. It's got like 100 goddamn buttons, but you can go so much faster on the F1 car if you know what you're doing. Otherwise, you just keep spinning out.
I'm spinning out. I'm clicking on my character. Nothing's happening.
You probably don't have the token, the select token too. So on the top left
Well, click it in
corner,
the actors.
yeah, yeah, or you can also go through actors, party, and find yourself there. There are two columns of icons, one to the left and one to the right. Let me know if you see one of those.
Yeah, I see all of the buttons in the top left corner.
Top.
And I see the full column on the right hand side.
Yeah. On the top left, you have to have token controls and select tokens. The two on the top, selected, and then you can double click yourself. Did it work?
Got fiber direct to my home. I've got good internet.
Whoa. Whatever's going on. Breaking up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I posted a picture in the this Mortal Coil chat.
Yeah, on the top right corner, you can do that Robert posted on the print.
Did we lose you?
It's also a question of like, is your character sheet existing on the Foundry, or is it just exist in D&D Beyond?
No, it exists. He already wrote some skill checks.
Oh, so just manually roll it, and we'll move it. We'll fix it later.
Yeah. But I don't
Wondering
know.
if his voice went away because he might have dropped.
Yeah, I don't know what his action is right now as well.
His fiber might have dropped.
Well, Patrick, as soon as you come back, let us know. The other ones, do you guys want to roll perception as you are about to sleep, trusting that the bard will alert you if something appears?
I was gonna summon. I'll summon Buzz.
Like,
You're welcome. There he goes.
what the fuck is my perception?
I saw.
Please.
Ooh, that's 20.
Oh, never mind.
That sounds about right, Alec. That's about your luck.
I'm having Ariel roll for me next time. It's gonna be like a fucking nat 20, bro.
I'm so much worse at rolling. I play this almost every day and Foundry hates me. Okay. Patrick. Oh, he left.
Patrick's dead. Oh,
there he
Patrick's
goes.
alive.
Patrick? We can't hear you.
No?
There you go.
Is it not going through?
Gotcha.
I think we hear you now. Yeah.
Oh, you know what? Maybe I'm just. There we are. I had clicked it, but the window to confirm was somehow underneath my character window. There we are. I Foundry does have some issues for me, but that's because I'm running custom DPI and visual impairment software, which doesn't play well with.
You guys always say a bunch of words that I have no idea what it is, but okay.
Me blind.
Yeah. Okay. Zin. You see the creature in the distance. But yeah, what the hell? You have exactly one action in preparation.
What the hell?
Fireball.
Fireball?
Yeah, not a fighting. No, what the hell?
you said I was.
Yeah,
Fire.
throw a fire. Throw.
If one of those if one of the lizards are crawling around, I'll grab it by the tail and toss it at Wovels if he's asleep. It's there.
Eh.
Yeah, it's over there. Let's go. And I'll stand up out of bed and bonus action. It's all. That again.
Okay. So you're holding the fireball for now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, why did it roll so high? Oh.
I would say
Yay.
that in this case we could do Baldur's Gate rules, but if you're holding it for later, it's fine. Okay. So everyone is waking up in time. You can roll your initiatives.
See, guys, more reason why Alexander didn't pass the perception because he was groggy.
Hmm,
Exact.
Perfect. Perfect excuse.
Not an excuses though.
What?
It's the truth. The truth.
Power going first, baby.
Have you rolled? Not yet. Okay. Okay, Kieran, you're playing, but we can't hear you if you're talking to us.
Oh, I'm here.
Oh,
There you
okay.
go.
Yeah, we were waiting for you.
Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, there was some software that took up all my.
No problem.
Freaking out.
But
Yeah, your voice is.
but you saw the thing, and luckily Zim also saw the thing and alerted the others. But it's right then and there, close to you. Do you want to do anything before combat starts?
Uh,
Yeah.
Nothing?
wait. So who
Did we
can
lose
do
his
something
voice
before
again?
combat starts? I'm
Patrick,
confused.
because it was
Ah.
supposed to be his chance to do something, but the software broke, so we couldn't hear him, and I just moved forward without giving him the chance. But since combat haven't
Mhm.
started,
Oh, yeah. What did you want me to roll?
I'm asking you if you want to do something.
Oh, I don't want to do anything. I don't know what I need to
Okay.
do.
Your
No idea.
position, is that where you want to be? 30 feet from the ground?
No. Well, yeah. Let's just stay in the air.
Okay, perfect. So levels. Someone throws a lizard at you, and you hear the trees tumbling over because something big is trampling over them. What do you do?
From what direction?
Uh,
Because like I don't see anything on the map,
you did
and
roll
I do
an
have dark
18.
vision.
You did roll an 18 on perception. I will say that you don't have sight of the creature, so if the spell says a creature you can see, you're not seeing it, but you can hear and you can perceive the trees falling from this direction, from the edge of the map.
I pointed that
All
out
right.
too.
Well, Wobbles does not want to deal with something really big and scary and icky, so he's just going to reach down to the sleeping Alexander and say, Kongify! And I am going to polymorph you into a giant ape.
Kongify.
There we go.
Okay. Now, I have a module for that, but do try.
You used polymorph?
Yes.
Indeed.
Oh, okay.
Unfortunate.
Hey, at least it didn't turn you into a fly.
Yeah.
That's
Mhm.
true. I think Alexander would just like kill himself if he was a fly.
Oh no, we don't.
That's
Giant ape?
Giant ape.
Giant ape.
Okay, give me a minute because I
Giant
have a...
ape has a ranged attack now.
Ooh. He throws a rock?
Throws a rock.
I throw a barrel actually. I think.
Yeah, we can
Mhm.
reskin that to barrels
Rock.
for the meme.
And Wuzzles is going to scamper back over here behind the fly. Could you put his lizards on the map, please?
Ah, my bad. I will do that as soon as I...
I'm the lizard wizard,
Wuzzles.
baby. Yes.
Wuzzles. If Kyron is up in the air and you cast polymorph, what happens to fly?
That goes
Good thing
away.
I'm a robot.
That's why like you were yeah, that's
Mhm.
why I was a little confused because like I thought it was just for an hour. So the idea was that you could go up scout practice flying for an hour and then we go to bed.
Yeah.
Making
Oh,
sure
Yes.
we're
that's
all on
a
the
cool
same page.
transport.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm a
That's
giant
awesome.
That's cool.
ape.
Alexander, I think you still have control over yourself as the giant ape. Do let me know if you can see the character sheet.
I can.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh my god, my
Mhm.
intelligence is 5.
Uh-oh.
So what
Oh,
changed?
but
Nothing
my
Dangerous.
changed.
strength is 23.
So nothing changed. You know, that's fine.
Yeah.
I'm rage critic. I'm rage critic.
Okay. So
Do you even know
Kieran,
how now?
I
Can
think
I
I think
even do my
Kieran's falling
spells
from
as
the
a
air.
giant
Well,
ape?
Water.
I think you
Nope.
are.
You have fist
Giant
and
ape.
rock.
Kieran, go ahead and make a athletics check.
An athletics check.
Yeah.
Athletics. Ooh. Luck of the draw here.
Ooh, not very
Not very
lucky.
lucky.
Yeah. My man, you take some falling damage.
So, DM,
33.
I was jesting about because Bubbles' assumption was that we weren't doing it for a whole hour. You know what I mean? So he was on his
Yeah,
way
it was
back.
was that he flew,
Eh,
flew yeah, he flew around and then we went to bed because he couldn't go to sleep while concentrating on the spell.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, the only thing that changes
But this is the funny
that
this is the
Oh,
funnier
yeah,
option, so I think I'll go with it. But
Nice.
in fairness, he is over the water.
yeah, that's what I was going to say. That was the
Not
athletics
swim.
check. If he knew how to
Hopefully-
swim, aka rolled better on the athletics. Oh, by the way, if you want to save some HP, you can have that D10, Kieran, the DM inspiration. Let's see if you can.
Save that.
I've got healing word. I can just heal myself.
Okay. So, Patrick, I am welcoming the player to this campaign with some falling damage. You fell into some rocks, and let me reduce your HP by 10 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh.
Thankfully, I will say the current of the river is taking you towards the group, so at least you will have that, but it's not a deeper water that will drag your body away, but it at least helps on your movement. Okay.
I mean, a bard always arrives in style, and I can't think of anything more stylish than arriving to camp just floating down a river.
Except he's soggy. It's a soggy bard.
Right. Oh, can I get the lizards on the map?
Oh yeah, forgot about those.
So how far down the river do I float?
Oh, they are still a swarm of rats. I have to let me go back on the other map. I think I changed that, but it never stays.
Yeah, there
changed.
is one under summons swarm of lizards. I just don't have the authority to drag it onto the map.
No, but I have them on the continental map for somewhere. A perfect swarm of lizards, but when I try to drag them from the character sheets, they become rats. Okay. Kieran, did you move to yourself?
Oh, what are the rules? Are we not allowed to move our tokens? I just assumed I floated downriver.
No, it's not your turn.
Okay.
It's
And
now
the lizards are there just in preparation. And done.
Nice. Okay, there is a big creature, and as soon as it moves from the middle of the trees and leaves, it reveals itself to be a troll. A creature from the woods, a giant that somehow has transformed itself to become part plant. So yeah, it uses its action to dash forward. And it uses its bonus action to use some druidic magic, as you could perceive it to be, or it controls the leaves surrounding it to to burst them outwards and do kind of like the Bulbasaur Razor Leaf move from Pokemon on everyone within 50 feet. Yeah.
Oh,
This is a
fun.
emanation thing. So Yeah, it's going to be on the giant ape and on the swarm of lizards, but it could be, if you're not careful, it could be you next time. Ha 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 ha. Okay, giant ape. Go ahead and make a dexterity check. Swarm of lizards. The same.
It's supposed to get a bonus that's equal to my
Saving throw?
proficiency bonus.
Or
I'll
just
yeah.
check?
Dexterity saving throw. Yeah, my bad. I think I've said check.
We gotta fix this shit.
Okay, both of you failed.
Damn, bruh. Damn it.
Okay, you took some damage and you have the blinded condition until the end of your next turn.
Bro, what?
Yeah. The lizards have resistance apparently to slashing.
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay. It's
How
prompting
do I even put that
them
on?
No, I just did. Oh my
Like-
god! That's how much HP the giant ape has?
Yeah,
160.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
that's why we did it.
Yeah. Okay.
Why
Okay.
we did it?
I have to prepare some counter spells.
Shit, I'm blind.
Yeah,
On it.
you guys are actually blind. Okay, Kieran. As I said, the current is on your favor. I will say that if you swim that direction, you gain 2 extra squares of movement, so a plus 10 feet
Oh.
if you are still on the same. If you're going with the current.
Oh, apparently it's a 5.5 thing. They didn't have that in 5.0, but yeah, I guess swarms now are resistant to just basic damage.
Okay.
Goody.
So let me recuperate some health from you. Oh, +4. Kieran, what do you do?
I want to move in.
Turn of the
Actually,
bard.
I can't act like a melee fighter, a melee player. I think. Where are we in the turn order? Is that metagaming or
Yeah.
is that allowed?
It's you and Zenmei tied, but the game prompted you to go first, so I'm asking you to go first. So next after
Okay.
you is him, and then Alexander, but he's blinded, and after that Wobbles. So
Will healing word work on the blind?
no, it will not.
Oh.
And let me tell you something. Alexander does not need healing while he is a giant ape because that thing has a lot of HP.
Sorry, I was thinking about the character, the brooding character with the red arm.
Oh, fun.
I just need to know who's the most powerful melee player except for the ape right?
That
Uh,
one?
Yeah, that'd be me.
Okay, I'm gonna give you bardic inspiration.
Woohoo! Are you D10 or D12?
Bardic is a level 7. I think it's a D8. Is it not?
Oh, my sheet isn't updated here for some reason. Bardic inspiration.
Yeah.
What about on your? You had your D&D Beyond update, right?
I did. Closed
You
it.
can reference that too.
Let me. I can take a look for you real quick here.
I think you just say what it is, roll it manually.
Yeah.
It's a D8. It's a D8.
Yeah.
I was
There we go.
right all
Cool.
along. Okay.
Ah.
So that's a bonus action, Kieran. Do you want to to attack the beast or throw something at it, a spell.
With Bardic Inspiration, I thought that's like a buffer you put on your.
Yeah, no, that's your bonus action. You can buff someone with your inspiration, but you still have your main action.
Oh, correct. Sorry. I just want to. I'll probably move in a little bit closer.
Okay.
I'd like to move in. I'd like to split the distance. I'd like to go halfway.
Yeah.
Like 50 feet. And for an actual action, how do I play a support player?
Yeah. You do you, boo.
I want to do detect thoughts on this beast. See what I can do with detect
Oh,
spell.
okay, that's a good one, but I don't think it works on things that are not humanoids. Or does it?
All right, then scratch that. We'll do enhance ability over to melee character. The brooding character with the sword.
Okay, it's not just humanoids, it's all creatures that has to know a language. And this oak troll happens to know language. So do you still want to do detect thoughts or will you change for enhance ability? Your choice.
No, let's do detect thoughts. Let's go back.
Okay. You know that this spell works the in a way that you can sense the surface level thoughts, like the common motivation of the creature or the how it's feeling right now, if it's angry, if it's hungry, if it's whatever, or you can probe deeper and see a deeper something that it's hidden in the back of its mind. Which one do you want to do with that action?
Let's do the second one because the first one's
Perfect.
the deeper probe.
You have a +5 on charisma, right? That's
Got a
it.
+8.
+8.
Sorry, no,
Is
that's
it
my saving throw.
like
Yeah, no, that's your attack. It's
right above that?
yeah. Okay. Yeah, your spell save DC
It's
is
+5. Yeah, it's +5. Yep.
perfect. And that is a wisdom saving throw for the troll.
Okay.
Let me roll
So
with my amazing bonus. Oh, it was so close to the 19. Okay, here. As you go to the edge of the lake, of the river, actually, you hold yourself to the edge and you start mentalizing the creature and you try to read its mind. Just like Professor X from the X-Men. You can see it started its life as a regular troll, but it has been turned into a sort of a protector of the woods. You see faces of humanoids. They do look like humans that have uh, that have captured it using vines and natural traps. They have carved uh, runes on its skin that it didn't manage to heal, even uh, with its common regeneration that the troll can have. You see that it was uh, its alignment, its direction was changed when it undergone that when it was taken through that ritual. You see that the troll now spends days and nights wandering this region, going up and down hill, searching all around and taking some precautions with the general vicinity. You do believe that it was made to be some sort of guard, to keep people away from where these druids that created it are staying. But you cannot see on its mind what that place is. Kieran, you moved, you use your action and your bonus action, so I suppose that is it for your turn. So, because
Okay.
the hour runs late, Zenmei, what do you do?
I'll send Buzz around the other side. Come on. I'll send Buzz around the other side. And I'll yell out, if you want to get closer, grab on to the fly, and I'll it'll basically fly by.
Hmm.
What we did there.
Okay.
And I'll run towards the troll with the dagger out. I shall dagger it because why not? Dagger stab dagger. Stab it in dagger heart.
No.
All right.
Stabby, stabby, stab. Dagger.
Good work.
Aslan.
16.
Yeah, Zinmei, you try to find your path with aiming at the heart
Aye.
with the dagger, but ultimately.
If I
Okay.
add a bardic inspiration to that,
If you add the bardic, then that failure, that 16, it becomes a success.
as I take the second swipe across, definitely does some damage. I like that. Damage. There you go. 7 points. All yours.
All mine.
You make an extra attack. So, cool. It's,
Nothing else?
that's me.
Okay.
That's fair.
Lastly but not least, Alexander, I know you can't see shit. Oh, but you can still
Fortunately,
you can still attack.
Fortunately, with that
Wait,
attack
can I-
bonus, you don't need to see shit.
Yeah.
wait, perception to see where an inkling of the creature is.
No, you
You can tell where it is. You just
Yeah.
attack at disadvantage. That's what blinded does.
yeah,
They
exactly.
did like that was a thing in third and fourth. Like, oh well, what you can't really tell where they are. Where do you want to? What space do you want to attack? And that got that dice put in DM's holes.
Yeah.
Real.
I,
Okay.
I will very much not like that, so you can still attack, no problem. Just roll at disadvantage.
Okay, guys. Disadvantage. Boom.
Wow. Okay. At 12.
I'm actually gonna rage quit.
At 12
You get one more.
does not hit, but you have the D10 if you want to use that.
Guys.
Have a second
That's
attack.
your first monkeying around. Go for it.
D10.
Yeah, let's do it. Monkey around.
Please.
Monkey.
I'm actually just gonna rage quit, guys.
No, you still have
That's
another
a big
attack.
thing. Maybe
Let's
it's
Wait until you miss the second one and then you can rage quit.
see
Okay.
all the
Okay.
Another.
Second attack, guys. Second attack. First, the goddamn disadvantage. Sorry, guys.
Oh.
Yay! 17 hits. Wow.
You when I cry.
No, that hits. Go ahead and
Oh.
roll damage.
The curse carry on even as a monkey, bro. Oh. 24.
Look at all that damage. Okay, my guy is now injured after the giant ape. How does you attack with the ape? Do you use your fist actually, or do you maybe try to grab and bite the creature? I don't know how apes fight in real life.
Oh, that's right. You've never been to a Walmart.
You're you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Okay, wait. I can't get sidetracked. Okay, so he kind of just like throws like a left hook type shit. Just trying to like find the space to like connect to that creature. Well, bam.
Perfect. And so you do, and so the creature feels your punch, and it has you now as its main threat. At the end of your turn, I believe you will not move to not be attacked. So at the end of both turns, no one else is blinded. But
No monkeying around.
yeah, but my friends, I believe the hour runs late. Although it's the middle of the fight, I think we have to call it quits right now. But resume from.
How about this? Game time next week. Let's like dedicate the first 10 minutes to just hammer out all the mechanical issues. Like the swarm of lizards is very broken.
Yeah. And also, Patrick, don't worry about